Welcome to On The Bit. I'm Dave from Dream Thoroughbreds, and with me is Lenny from Bluegrass Bloodstock. How are you, Lenny?
Good day.
That's good, mate. Your home carnival, mate, the big Moonee Valley weekend of racing. Looking forward to it?
Can't wait.
Just across the road from Lenny's place, where we are here in his office now. So two big Group 1s over the weekend. One on Friday night, the $1 Million Manikato Stakes over 1,200 metres, weight for age race. Under the lights, mate. So what do you like in the Manikato this year, mate?
Dave, I think for anyone watching, watch the weather, because there's 10 to 20 mil predicted tomorrow.
Could be a bit of rain for the weekend. Could
be a lot of rain, and this track could really chop out. I don't know how much it'll be affected Friday night, but yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. I like Chautauqua, Dave. Don't think he was suited over the 1,000 last start.
It wasn't.
Got too far back and probably just a bit nippy for him around there. Hit the line good, I thought, and I think to the 1,200 weight for age, he's the best horse in the race. Barrier 1 isn't an ideal gate, but he's a get back horse. I think you can just snag him and then just come round him with one run. Doesn't seem a heap of speed, like buffering I think will lead, but I don't think that matters that much. It's probably 6 or 7 lengths between the field. It probably gives him a good chance to pick him up and let down. I think the quarterback's returned really well, so yeah, I'll be watching him as well, but Chautauqua for more.
Yeah, pretty good speed with buffering from barrier 2. Should lead, Holler should come across. Japanisme might land in the box seat. Kapler's on his back. Chautauqua's going to go back to last from that barrier. Only thing that really beats him is the barrier. Step up to 1,200 suits him. Caught a little flat-footed last start at over the 1,000, but probably a big ask when you get back to last and you've got to round him up. It's pretty hard over 1,000 metres to sort of win like that. 1,200 gives him a bit more time to find his feet when the pressure comes on. He can build up momentum behind him, and does look like a couple of horses will settle on his outside though. Quarterback, English, Under the Louvre will go back, so I'll take a 10 out of 10 ride from Dunn to thread through the field. But you know, with a clear run from 300 out, he should outsprint him and win a game this year as he did last year. Tommy Berry did ride him last year though, and for what it's worth, I think Tommy rides Chautauqua better than what the Dunn does, but I'm still tipping him to win. He's out to $2.40, got $2.45 last year, so I think it's a good price again. Biggest danger I thought was Fell Swoop, who's likely to get a gun run behind the speed. He'll thread through the gap with the leaders as they tire in the last 200. If Chautauqua has trouble getting out, he's probably the one that can pounce and win, but pretty much looking towards the big grey. I think he's a better horse than Fell Swoop. It's only bad luck that'll beat him.
Yeah.
And then probably the biggest race for the world, is the biggest race for the weekend on Saturday, is the $3 million Group 1 Cox Plate over 40 metres at weight for age, and one of the most anticipated match races we'll ever see, mate. There's been some big ones in the Cox Plate before, but this is another one.
Looks like it will be too, because Hartnell's going to probably be in front,
yeah,
and Winks will be stalking him. So I pretty much, the way I look at this race is, if you made it a handicap, Winks would be carrying the grandstand. She's won 12 races in a row, 7 Group 1s, but at weight for age, she gets 2 kilos off Hartnell. Now Hartnell is going better than ever. He's going really well. But I think she's a superstar, Winks, and Hartnell has failed at the Valley. Obviously, he's had the one start, but he's obviously going a lot better again. The only thing I'd be watching is obviously this weather. What happens if this rain comes tomorrow, and you got 8 races on tomorrow night, and then there's rain predicted Saturday as well. Like that. They have said Winks isn't as adaptable on real wet ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't be launching into her if it got sort of a real soft or
They've
heavy.
already launched, mate.
Yeah, well, but Hartnell is a great wet tracker.
Yeah.
And if it's like that, I'd be having my money there. But if it's a dead to soft, Winks all the way. So
you're up with Winks?
Yeah.
A couple of these horses shouldn't even be in the race, I reckon. No. There's a couple, they're just making up the numbers. And
I think they allowed Happy Trails, and the other one was Happy
Awesome Rock.
Not Awesome Rock. I think Happy Clapper. I think Awesome Rock deserved,
Still won a Group 1.
No, well, he did on protest. He lost one on protest.
Yeah. I don't think the barrier draw had much influence on the chances here of Hartnell and Winks. Hartnell from 7 should shoot across. Land outside, probably Vadamos, who looks likely to be one of the leaders, with Awesome Rock expected to race forward. I think it works out well for Hartnell. Just gets in probably one out, one back. At worst, he's sitting outside the leader. I don't think they'll go hard. So, you know, they'll sort of, once they get around the turn, the first turn out of the straight, head back up the back. Those, you know, just be in speed map order. Down the side by the school, expect two main horses to make a run. I think Blackheart Bart will make a run, and Winks will be on his back, probably peel out. I don't think Hugh Bowman will allow Hartnell to get too far in front down the side, because that's probably, he knows Hartnell's the one to beat. You're right, the weather's going to play a big part. If there is a bit of rain, Hartnell loves it, and Hartnell will be off and going about the 500 as well. I think J-Mac will want to be in full flight so that before he enters the straight and make Hugh chase him home. Catch me if you can, and anyway, mate, I think Hartnell's the one to beat, personally.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Hartnell's way. I think he's rating off his head this spring. He's much better than he was last year. I don't think you can really compare. Interesting, I heard John O'Shea say during the week he thought Hartnell had improved since the Turnbull. It's good enough for me. It's $3.50 on offer. If you go to Ladbrokes, get the odds boost, you get $4, $4.20. He's on the bit for mine to break the Mighty Mare's winning streak. So we're opposed in the two camps there. It's going to be a great race. It's going to be one of those races where you've got to be there to watch it, don't you? We'll talk about it for years to come.
Hopefully it does work out that way, because it'd be great for racing.
Absolutely. Stable news, Lenny. What's been happening, mate?
Actually, stable purchase. Also, I bought off the tapes from New Zealand. Had his first start in Tasmania yesterday. Bought him as a stayer for the Cups, and he won over 1200 from barrier 14 for the Bruntons, who do a great job. So that was
what price did we miss out on?
He got out $6. I think the owner did pretty well.
Good.
So no, that was pretty exciting. I was at
that was a private purchase for someone, wasn't it?
Private purchase, yeah. So just off the 18 starts for one win in New Zealand.
Oh, okay. So he's a tried horse. Yeah.
He's a tried horse. Yeah. But it was a good result. So hopefully, once he gets over a trip, his name's Count Da Vinci. So definitely a horse to follow.
Well done. We had Dunamite jump out on Tuesday at Caulfield. She pulled up so well. She's ready to actually debut next weekend. So I'll give you a bit more information in next week's edition of On The Bit. But you selected her for us at January 2015 Magic Million sale on the Gold Coast, only a $25,000 purchase. We didn't go hard at that sale, so you picked the eyes out of it that year. She's shown us a lot of promise through 3 impressive trials, and she does look above average, but we'll just keep it under our hat for now until we're ready to see where she debuts next weekend.
So Kieran Maher polished.
Yeah, Kieran Maher, well, as I said, Kieran won the Cup last week, and he puts the polish on Dunamite for us, and he's been very patient with her, but she looks great. Okay, best on breeding for the weekend, mate?
Yeah, is Soy C Bon, Robbie Lang's horse, race 10.
Yep.
I love this stallion, so you think, I reckon he's a gun. He's got some nice horses out there. This horse was a $250,000 yearling at the Easter sales, out of stakes winning long row mare in Black Minx. So the second dam is the beautifully bred Group 2 winning Danehill mare, Faith Hill. Like, she's got a lovely pedigree and she was a good mare, so this guy's got some pedigree there.
I've got one value bet for the weekend. It's the same horse, mate. Race 10, number 6, Sosi Bon. I labelled this colt as my value bet, but I actually, only because he's come up with $6.50 in the bars, I actually could have had him as my on the bid special. It's the last race of the Moonee Valley Carnival. You just look at this guy who had a run in the Caulfield Guineas a couple of weeks ago. Seriously, it was huge. He finished 5th. He could easily have won it with a bit of luck in the straight. I think the Vase is right up his alley on Saturday, and I actually think he's a massive chance in the Derby the following week. I actually think he'll start favourite in the Derby following week. He's the son of, as you say, the mighty So You Think. He looks a class stayer in the making for mine. I expect him to win on the weekend. And I'm already on him in the Derby at $11, and Hugh Bowman goes on him next week in the Derby, so I just think it's massive. He's seriously just load up on Saturday, because you can get $6.50, because he'll seriously start about a $2.50, $2.80 favourite in Guineas next week. Yeah, in the Derby he starts favourite, so get on now before you miss out. On the bid special, Lenny?
Going with Shane Nichols' horse, Dave.
Yeah, nice chance.
I'm a star. I think she's a really good filly, and good luck to Shane. He's a great fella, and so she's in race 6, and she was a great runner in the 1,000 guineas. Did a really good job. Back at the set weights again. You usually find like those dominant fillies at the set weights, they're pretty hard to beat. She's drawn a good gate. There's $3.10 on offer at the moment. About the best filly in the race, which I think is a good price. So yeah, she's on the bit for mine.
I'm on the bit with Moonee Valley Race 8, number 11, Sir Bacchus. This is on Friday night. I actually laid this horse last start when he drew barrier 1, and as expected he got back in the run and got into all sorts of trouble. If you watch the replay, it was just a massive slaughter by Craig Williams. And although I was correct on that occasion, I think he was, because he was an absolute certainty beaten. But he meets a similar field here, drawn on a little more, out a little more in barrier 3. He's down 3 kilos in weight. Jockey changed to Karen McAvoy. I think he'll sit back in the run, get to the outside of the field. I think he'll blow them away in the straight. I just think you've got to make sure you get on this train. Don't miss out. He's $3 on the bit special for mine for the weekend. Off the bit, Lenny. Who are we off the bit with this week, mate?
Dave, race 4 Archives, second favourite at $3.70.
Friday or Saturday?
That's on Friday, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. He was well beaten in the Guineas Prelude last start. Comes to Moonee Valley where he's never raced before. It's a pretty good field. Drawn out in 9. It's a horse that likes to go forward. Can see a few kicking up inside him and being caught deep. I just think there's a few risks there about this horse, so happy to lay him off the bit.
I'm off the bit with Moonee Valley Race 8, number 4, Excess Knowledge. This is on Saturday. This horse opened up favourite in the Moonee Valley Cup, which I'm a little surprised about. He hasn't won a race since last year's Lexus, when I actually thought he was going a lot better last year. He's been going okay, but he's up against some strong stayers here on Saturday. I doubt he has improved enough over his last couple of runs to be rated ahead of some of these strong stayers. There's a couple of runners in this that I think will actually be strong Melbourne Cup chances, and I think they'll be too strong for Excess Knowledge on Saturday. Leave me out of him, so he's off the bit for mine. So yeah, Friday night, Saturday at Moonee Valley this weekend, and back next week for the big Derby Day special edition of On the Bit. Good luck.
Cheers.